Now that we have rolled all of our dough into balls, we're going to place them on a sheet tray lined with parchment paper. Now we're going to cover this with saran wrap and we must allow it to proof for about 45 more minutes before egg washing and baking. Now this is our second batch of dough that we made. We turn the dough out onto our bench, and what we want to do is degas it. We want to release that CO2 from our dough. Now, I'm just going to take it and stretch it out just a little bit. And we have our scale set at 0. We're going to cut with our cutter, and we're going to weigh 60 grams. That is 83. We're going to cut a little bit off. 68. We're going to cut just a smidgen off. And now put your scraps to the side. That's 63. Let's take that corner because you will use this for the remaining of the dough. All righty, that's 62. Let's get that tiny little corner right there. Okay, there we go. And we're going to place that dough. We want to start with a line. That way we will know which dough to use first when we are beginning to roll the dough. But with this particular dough right here, we're not going to roll it into a ball. We're actually going to make knots out of the dough. Okay, that's 58. We're going to add this little piece right there. That's number 2. We're going to take that piece of dough. That's 59 grams. Bam, that little piece right there. And we want to just basically maybe get 4 to 5 in a row. And then start 4 to 5 in a line. And then start a second row. Okay, that's going to be 88. Let's cut quite a bit of that off right there. Boom, 60 on the money. There we go. And once you start making your milk rolls, you can pretty much judge what is 60 grams and it'll just come to you naturally. There we go. Boom, 59. We need a tiny bit right on the top. There we go. All right, let's stick all of that on there. 76, let's cut some of that off. We got 66, let's cut another little bit of piece off. There we go. 62, let's get that little smidgen there. There we go. Now, once we have all of this dough weighed, we are going to roll it into cylinders. We're going to make knots with this particular dough. It's not going to be rolled in a circle. We're actually going to be making knot bread and double knot bread. Alrighty, let's do that. We got 84. Let's take a little bit of that off. That's 69. Let's take that much off. That's 62. Get that corner. Boom. Let's put this on there. That's 50. Let's add this. That should give us about 10 grams. 59. Get that tiny piece right there. 460. Right here. Let me take that off. Let me make sure that's zeroed out. Okay. There we go. 55. Let's do this. 59. 60. There we go. When I'm slicing the dough, it almost seems as if I'm getting ready to make beignets. And it has been a while since I have made a beignet, which are very awesome powdered donut desserts. Okay, I know that's going to be way more than 60 grams. Okay, that's 67. Let's take that off. We are at 63. Let's get that little piece of a corner. righty. Let's see what this is weighing in at. Woo! That's weighing in at a lot. All righty. Let's do that. Boom. Let's get this final little piece on there. Let me... Oh, that's right. Okay. And there we go. Now that we're done with our scale, let's go ahead and turn that off, zero it out, and we're done. Okay, now that we have all of our dough scaled to 60 grams each, we are going to be making knot bread. So make sure that you have your dough covered so that it does not form a skin. I'm going to take the dough and I'm going to just gently pull it apart. Now with this dough, you want to fold. You want to fold. And you want to fold again. Now that we have it folded, you want to go ahead and do all of your dough like this. That way it can sit up under the plastic and relax. Tuck, fold, tuck, fold, fold. By putting all of this back under there, remember, it does not form a skin. And I'm trying to just get like a little triangular, nope, rectangular shape. I guess I don't know what my shapes are these days. Fold, fold, and fold. This just takes a moment. Now, keeping in mind, if you had to do 200 to 300 of these, you definitely want to prep the night before. That way they can retard in the refrigerator and you can bake them off the next day. We're gonna get all of these under here. I'm just gonna put them back this way. Alrighty. Remember, try to get that little rectangular shape. Fold, fold. And you see that I'm pressing down to basically seal it. So when I roll it, you don't have an opening on the other side. Okay, what's happening with my saran wrap? There we go. We got this. Let's smoosh it, smoosh it, smoosh it together. And then we're going to create a small rectangular shape. And we're going to fold, 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 and basically trying to get a seal. Now that all of our dough is weighed, we went ahead and shaped the dough into cylinders. What we want this dough to do is relax for about 5 to 7 minutes before we start pre-shaping our double knots. And then we're going to do some right-sided, back-sided S's. Stay tuned. Now that our dough has doubled in size, what I did was combine 2 eggs, a little bit of water, and you just kind of judge the water that you need because you want your egg wash to be thin. You don't want it to be as if you're going to scramble eggs. And I'm taking my brush and I'm just gently coating the top of the dough before placing it in the oven, 375 for about 15 to 21 minutes. And you just have to judge the browning of your dough as it is baking. This is going to give it a really nice golden color, thin crusted texture. And I am so sure this is going to be absolutely delicious. Now into the oven we go. Now that we have created different designs for our milk dinner rolls, we have brushed them with egg whites. And now we are going to put it in the oven, 375 for 15 to 21 minutes to bake. Now that we have taken our milk dinner rolls out of the oven, this is the final product. Amazingly beautiful golden brown. And here is the crumb interior of the circle milk dinner roll that we made. Look at that. Airy, light, awesome thin crust. Just beautiful.